Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be my girlfriend asked for a pause in our relationship. Well, that's obviously suboptimal. I've got an email. This is from a guy. He's 28 years old. He says he's read 3% Man 2 times so far, and he's been dating his girlfriend for 2 years. And so he said recently he had some leg surgery. And he says he basically didn't call or contact his girlfriend for like 3 days. And then after that, she basically wanted a pause in their relationship. And so the way the email is written, he kind of makes it sound like he was doing a great job at courting her. But as soon as, remember, they had been together 2 years. As soon as he has some leg surgery, she's ready for a pause. So it's obvious before this happened, her interest had been dropping. And him disappearing for 3 days was basically the straw that broke the camel's back, because she basically said that he acted like he didn't care about the relationship. And so from this, what it looks like is he has not been making her feel heard and understood, because he is taking her places and doing things. But if she doesn't feel heard and understood, the legs are going to close, which obviously they have. And so now he's feeling the urge to reach out and to call more and to text more and try to do something, because she's reiterated again that, hey, she needs a pause. In other words, she wants some space. But the way she phrased it is she wants a pause, because he's from France, so a little bit of an English thing. But it's basically she says, hey, I need space. Women don't ask for space from men that they're in love with. They ask for space from guys who they've lost attraction and respect for, and now they're feeling maybe there's another guy in the picture, because it looks like they're a little bit long distance and they only see each other once or twice a month. So I guess they've kind of moved apart at some point. So let's go through his email. He says, hello, Coach Corey. I've read your book 2 times and I've watched countless videos of yours. I'm a 28-year-old male living in Nice, France, and I'm an engineer, and my girlfriend is 28 years old and she's from Kazakhstan. We met at the university in Paris 2 years ago. However, we began dating in January of this year. Our relationship was a true love story. Night dates in Paris. We'll always have Paris. Paris is beautiful. And it's a great city to take your girlfriend or your wife. It's very romantic. And especially if your girlfriend is hot and she's fit and shaped, there are a lot of boutiques around there that have really unique, great fitting clothes. And it's like, it's fun. It's fun to take your girl someplace and dress her up in some hot-looking outfits. And plus, when you get back to wherever you're from, she's going to love showing those outfits off to her friends and family. He says, we were just having fun and enjoying each other's presence. In March, I had to move from Paris to Nice for my professional life. So they've been long distance since March. However, we are seeing each other every 2 weeks, as I was traveling to see her and she was coming to see me in Nice. So they basically went from seeing each other all the time to now they see each other twice a month. He says in June, she left Paris for Italy to do her 2-month internship. Ooh. We were still seeing each other every 2 weeks, and she was coming to Nice and I was going to Italy to see her. I was constantly dating, taking her to restaurants and courting her. And we visited many cities in the south of France and the west of Italy. Things went sideways when a few weeks ago I had a leg surgery and I haven't called her for a few days. What does this mean? You were ignoring her? Were you in a coma? I don't know what that means. After this, she was ignoring my messages and calls for 3 days just after my surgery. So that sounds like she was mad at you for some reason. Eventually, I got a message that she needs a pause because she felt that I don't care about her and she didn't get the proper relationship assurance from me. Also, she told me that she doesn't want to speak with me for a few days. So when a woman asks for space like that, you got to give it to her. Women ask for space because they feel like they're being smothered. They don't ask for space because you've been ignoring them. They ask for space when you are smothering them and they've lost attraction for you. So you can see from his email, he kind of says, hey, I was dating and courting her properly. I was like, she's asking for space, bro. So I don't know what that means. He didn't call her for a few days. Does that mean you had surgery and you ignored her for a few days? I don't know what that means. Because when I look at what she says and does and what he's telling me he's saying and doing, they don't match. So something is off. There's a little bit of bullshit fuckery going on in this guy's email. I wrote to her that I messed up because I forgot to take care of her. However, I've asked her to be more understanding because I've had surgery. I told her that I want to improve our relationship and move forward, and I promised to improve myself. I asked her to call me when she'll be ready to speak with me, and I left it there. So I'm assuming, just from what he says, if he's only read the book twice, that maybe he's new to my work and is trying to turn things around after he got asked for space. I know that I've messed up and the surgery doesn't justify anything. So it also seems like he was just ignoring her. If he didn't talk to her for 3 days, that's what it looks like. But it's hard to tell because he's not really being truthful or honest in his email. I take masculine responsibility for what has happened and I'm going to improve because this mistake hurts. I'm not sure what to do. It's been 1 week since our last message exchange. She hasn't contacted me yet, and I was thinking of writing to her, but I don't know if I should because she wanted a pause. It's like she asked for space. But so you got to take a step back. She's now in Italy. She's on an internship. So she's getting exposed to new people. So who knows? Maybe she met somebody there and she already had low attraction for you. And typically if she's wanting a pause, it's because she feels smothered and maybe there's another dude in the picture. But the reality is I would have to say, if I look at her actions, he was making a lot of mistakes. Maybe he's made a lot of mistakes since March, since they weren't living together. Maybe it's always been this way. But like I said, it looks like he's new to my work. Because I'm trying to read this email and piece together what's happening. And I have a dude that's not really being forthcoming and honest in the email. But what I do know is when a woman says she wants a pause or she wants space, it's because she feels smothered. That means you're pursuing too much and you're acting weak and you're acting beta. And I don't know really exactly what he was actually doing and saying because, again, he wasn't truthful or forthcoming in his email because he's trying to present the image that he was dating her properly. But if I look at her actions and what she's actually saying, she's trying to get away from this guy. So if she's trying to get away from him, then that would seem that he was smothering her. And so when she's asked for a pause, then you got to give it to her. Just say, all right, babe, call me later. So when she misses you, because part of what it is she wants to see that he actually has the balls to give her space. So I don't know what was left out, but you got to give her space. And then when you hear from her, make the next date. If she says, well, I don't want to be together anymore, I met somebody else, and you got to say, well, that's not what I want. We got 2 years of history, and you're just going to blow it off. It's like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. It's not what I want. But if that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. Call me if you change your mind. And then if she does reach out, then you're going to be following the script in 7 Principles to Get an Ex Back, where she's got to come to you for at least the next 3 dates. So if you got a question or a challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.